Okay guys, over the last pretty much 48 hours I've been hearing a whole lot about burnishers, or what to use and what not. And here's what I've come up with. You can buy a burnisher for your Fordham. These are very expensive. They leave marks, and in my experience, when I've seen the people use them for moving metal more so than getting a smooth finish. So, shit. When I was in college, I made this little guy. Essentially just an off-balance anything. But I chose to make one out of a split mandrel, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Okay? And I'm shooting this in selfie because I've got to show you so much. It's so hard to not be in the frame and whatnot and not be able to see it. So I'm just going to use a pair of bolt cutters. You can saw it. You can do whatever you want. And I'm going to cut it right where the thread starts. And one of the things, I use the floor. I'm not young anymore. I just don't crank up, and I use the floor. And I'm going to use my handy dandy keep things from flying around my shop bucket here. It's an OxyClean bucket to put over the jaws while I cut it. And it's real important that you do not kick over and bend that the shaft, the shank, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that was kind of. Pick it up now. All right, let's steer something away. Okay, so, and that's what I end up with. And I'm gonna go over here. I got this little guy on Amazon. It was cheap, and it's been the best little tool maker. And I don't have my air on because it's loud for y'all. I'm just going to make a flat spot. That's plenty, and I'm going to clean my end up. Quench. There. And take that sharp top off just a little bit. And this side, it's got a polisher. Here we go, and kill it. Okay, here. Come back. Ooh, a little bit warm. Okay, and I'm doing this in real time. I hadn't made one of these in years. Taking some wet dry 1500, and I'm just gonna, you can however you want. And there we go. It's hard to tell on this, and it's such bad resolution on a selfie mode rather than the front. It's got a flat area in it. It's so hard to see in the details. But here's a piece of mine. And I use a burnisher basically any time I touch a piece of jewelry. And you get her chugging along. Like so, and it's smoother. It doesn't, it's real hard to get any resolution on the selfie camera. I apologize for that, but I assure you it's good. So, but that's it. For pennies opposed to the tungsten rollers, I've never used one of those. This one's tungsten, but a smooth roller, they're about $100. I just made this, I hadn't bought these in years because I bought a bunch of them. It's under $5, and you literally saw how quickly I made that. So, and now I'm going to go to show you what I use on the daily. My mother was a calligrapher and a paper artist. This is what used to be called a paper burnisher or a letter embosser, when you bought letters on a sheet and you pretty much gilded them off. And I just started hunting for these, and I cannot find one for, I'm going to go start hitting art craft stores. This is the best burnisher I've ever touched. and it was my mother's. It was free, and I don't know where to get it. And that's just an Addy. I'm not gonna touch it because this is the way my mother left it. But it's got a a pencil softy on it. And I also use, this was hers. Also, I use this pointed agate burnisher on a pretty somewhat regular basis. I'm a little sensitive about it because it was my mom's. I have this guy. I'll use it in gilding and kumbo and stuff, but I really don't use it on jewelry much. So, oh, and here's another hack, y'all. I hear people talking about the the gator grip and all their finger problems. I don't talk about it, but in 2006, I cut off 20% of that side of my thumb, and it shut me down. I couldn't set stones anymore. And now I need this as kind of a brace supported, but it also protects it because the skin isn't right. But they're called rubber finger covers. They used to be much more prevalent in clerical work when I was younger, banks and whatnot, but you can wash them. They're inexpensive. Slip them off, slip them on. You'll get a little sweaty, but there you go, kids. So, but hope that kind of helped people on the burnisher end of things. Bye.